Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into uh, quite a legal and corporate drama today.
It sounds almost like a movie script.
It really does.
We're tracking a Bombay High Court case, writ petition 3607 of 2025. Don't worry too much about the number. It's all about ZEE Entertainment. And our mission really is to follow the trail. How did a single complaint about, well, a TV show spiral so fast into this high-stakes legal mess?
Yeah, a mess that ended up exposing identity fraud and, interestingly, police negligence, too.
Exactly. So the show in question was called Tumsi Tumtak. It was a new serial supposed to drop on ZEE5, June 16th, 2025.
Right, I remember hearing about it.
But just before it could premiere, ZEE gets slapped with this serious notice. It was under Section 168 of the new Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Samhita, the BNSS.
The BNSS, yeah. Still relatively new. So Section 168,
Yeah.
What did the notice demand?
It told them point blank, halt the telecast, stop the show. The reason given was that the content was supposedly inappropriate and could, hurt public sentiments. Okay, hurt public sentiments. That's often quite vague. But what's really fascinating here is how the system got played and so quickly.
How so?
Well, the complaint that this whole stop telecast notice was based on, it was lodged June 12th, just 4 days before the launch date.
Tight timing.
Very. And it was filed by someone named Mr. Sunil Mahendra Sharma. But here's the kicker. When the High Court started digging into this in July,
Yeah.
they found out Mr. Sunil Mahendra Sharma, well, he simply doesn't exist.
Wait, what? The police issued a major legal demand to stop a show based on a complaint from someone they never even checked existed.
That's precisely it. That's the core of the systemic failure here. It's pretty shocking when you think about it.
Absolutely. So let's unpack the impersonation itself. Who was the real person?
The actual person was identified as Mr. Mahendra Sanjay Sharma. And yeah, he admitted it. He confessed he used the false name, Sunil Mahendra Sharma.
Okay, and he didn't just use a fake name, right? Didn't he also use fake phone numbers to try and cover his tracks?
He did. The court records show he gave 2 different mobile numbers. One he actually used for contact that ended in 4468.
Right.
And another one, completely fake, ending in 4187, which was listed on the complaint form itself.
So why? Why go to all that trouble? What was his justification?
Well, he tried to argue it was out of fear and apprehension. He claimed he was scared of, harassment from ZEE Entertainment, the petitioner.
Does that hold water?
The court didn't seem to think so. They looked at the complaint itself, noted it was pretty flimsy based only on, some social media opinions.
Not exactly solid evidence.
Not at all. And the court called it frivolous. But more than that, they suggested it might have been filed at the behest of a competitor.
Ah, okay. So potentially corporate gamesmanship, hiding behind a citizen complaint.
That's the implication. And it really changes the perspective, doesn't it? It wasn't just a concerned citizen.
Yeah, it certainly does. And that leads us straight into the police negligence aspect.
Yeah.
The investigating officer, Mr. Prafulwa.
Right. He basically took this anonymous, potentially motivated, and demonstrably false complaint.
And used it as grounds to issue a formal stop telecast order.
Yeah.
Without checking the basics.
Exactly. A complete failure to verify the complainant's credentials. That verification should have been step 1. It's a basic procedure.
The High Court must have taken a dim view of that.
Oh, absolutely. They called it gross negligence. He was supposed to be the safeguard, And when he failed, well, the consequences came quickly.
So what happened to the I.O., Mr. Wah?
He offered an unconditional apology in court, but that wasn't the end of it, not by a long shot.
I imagine not.
Because of that negligence, he faced immediate administrative action.
Yeah.
An internal transfer, for one, out to Mahape in Navi Mumbai.
Okay.
And significantly, the proposal for a major penalty departmental inquiry against him. So, serious career implications.
Wow. Okay, so his actions had real consequences.
Definitely. And this wasn't just about one officer. If you zoom out, this whole case became a catalyst. It forced a systemic change.
How so?
The fact that police could act on such flimsy, unverified complaints was exposed. It was a huge procedural gap.
Right.
So the state government had to step in. They issued a detailed standard operating procedure, an SOP.
An SOP for what specifically?
Specifically for handling inquiries related to cybercrime complaints from citizens, making sure verification happens before any drastic action is taken.
And that's now official policy.
Yes, effective July 24th, 2025. So a direct result of this case exposing that weakness.
Okay, so we have consequences for the I.O. and a system fix with the new SOP. What about the guy who started it all? Mr. Mahendra Sanjay Sharma, the impersonator.
Ah, yes. The court saw his actions, the fake name, the false statements, as a serious obstruction of justice.
So, jail time. Heavy fines.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. Instead of, say, punitive proceedings like jail, he agreed to something quite different.
Which was?
Community service. Specifically, 15 working days, 3 hours a day, Monday to Friday.
Doing what?
Cleaning. Specifically, cleaning or wet mopping floors in common areas at the Grant Government Medical College and Sir Jamsetji Jijipoi Hospital in Mumbai. JJ Hospital.
Mopping floors at JJ Hospital. For filing a fake complaint that disrupted a major media launch.
That's right. It's quite the contrast, isn't it? High-stakes corporate legal battle ending with mandatory mopping duty.
It certainly sends a message about obstructing justice, I suppose.
I think that was precisely the court's intention, the gravity of lying to the court, even if the initial complaint seemed minor.
So let's wrap this up. What's the main takeaway for you listening to this?
Well, it really shows how fast things can escalate from an unverified digital comment or complaint into a full-blown legal crisis.
Yeah, and it led to real changes. That new SOP is a big deal for procedure.
Definitely. And on the other side, very personal consequences too, like the community service. It shows there are penalties for trying to game the system with false identities.
Right, a clear warning.
But here's something to think about, a final thought maybe. The court itself flagged the possibility this complaint was filed by a competitor.
That underlying motive.
Exactly. So while we got accountability for the officer and the impersonator, and we got this new SOP, does that procedural fix really get at the root problem? Does it adequately address the chance that corporate warfare might still try to hide behind these kinds of fake citizen complaints?
That's a really good question. Does the fix go deep enough?
Something for you to mull over.